At this time, I would like to ask everyone to please rise for the presentation of colors by members of District 214's Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps Color Guard.
March, march, left, 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 right, 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 left, left, color guard, up, present, colors.
Please remain standing for the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats and mortarboards.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may now be seated as the Elk Grove Choir sings, "You Are an Heir." Good evening, everyone. My name is Paul Kelly, and I have the great pleasure to be the principal of Elk Grove High School. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our student speakers for this evening, Miss Colleen Attinson and Mr. Caden Dixon.
Welcome, Elk Grove class of 2021. This is it. This is the series finale of our TV show. I mean, sure, we didn't have any spontaneous big musical numbers, no Mean Girls burn book, vampires or werewolves, and we did not have to solve a murder or honestly whatever the heck is going on in Riverdale. However, we all did not expect the plot twist of the pandemic at the end of our third season, junior year. I'll try not to bring it up too much, but let's just say I binge watched a lot of shows during quarantine. In each of those shows, the actors fill the stereotypical characters we all know. The jock with a soft heart, the secret nerd, or those outspoken theater kids. These characters are still so shallow compared to who we really are. During our freshman first days, a strange man walked in looking down and dirty. Turns out he was a successful motivational speaker in disguise. He taught us the importance of never judging a person by how they look. At the time, it seemed superficial and basic. Looking back on it now, I greatly appreciate what he said. We are more than just the school jock or the class clown. We each have our own character developments. In TV shows, we only hear about the main character's problems, but we are all fighting our own battles. You may have been greatly affected by the beginning of the pandemic, or you are struggling mentally in fear of disappointing others and yourself. During our sophomore year, we all lost someone in a way we never expected. Haley will always be in our hearts. Despite all those major ups and downs of high school, there are moments between it all that no one ever expects and no one ever sees on those big screens. Through it all, whatever sport, club, or art you are doing, no one sees your hard work. Like those late nights studying for a class like physics, those early mornings waking up to go to swim or soccer practice, or the effort you put into that one piece of music or art to make sure it represents the best of your abilities. These are the moments that make us better than those characters on TV. For example, everyone knows junior year to be a challenging time of high school, whether it be with standardized testing or AP classes, and not to mention that pandemic we had to survive at the end. But between those moments of struggle, there are small but great times that made this year a little bit more survivable. Like decorating for homecomings on Saturday mornings, getting high fives from Mr. Sagan on High Five Tuesdays, or saying hello to Rip as we walked into the building, or my favorite, pestering Miss Kizios about her cousin being on The Bachelor. Then, finally, our senior year. With the world around us quickly changing, in some ways we don't like, we all faced it head on and tried our best to make it worthwhile, whether it be driving by friends' houses on their birthdays or playing the sports we love without a fan section. we all still did it. So, as we set the scene for our final goodbye to our high school TV series, don't forget those small moments between it all that brought you here today. Although the credits have started to roll for this show, I have really high hopes that the spin-off, or even maybe a new show, will be critically acclaimed. Thank you, Elk Grove class of 2021, for your award-winning performance.
Welcome, class of 2021 and fellow friends and family. It's nice to see you all here. I feel like just yesterday I was a freshman and then I blinked and now I'm up on stage graduating. Time goes by so fast. Bruce Lee said, "Be like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot." Water adapts to its environment, and I think we're a lot like water. We all come in as freshmen having our own idea of what high school is going to be like, but it doesn't go as expected. I don't think any of us could have imagined high school going the way it did. We're presented with all these choices, new classes, electives, sports and clubs. It can all be very overwhelming. It's a lot of change, but like water, we adapt. Fast forward to our second year, and we start to get used to things. And we think to ourselves, maybe I can roll with this. But then conflict presents itself. We're all dealt with a different hand of cards, but each of us have obstacles in our lives. I think we have more in common than we realize. We're all just trying to navigate everything and find ourselves along the way. What I value most about our class is that we're all fighters. We persevere. During our junior year, COVID comes along, and halfway through, we're forced to switch to remote learning. And again, what do? We adapt like water. Our senior year has not been ideal in any way, but we've all adapted and adjusted to our new circumstances. And we'll continue to adapt in our future lives, whether that's in college, a job, etc. COVID is a problem that we've all had in common. It's affected all of us. But we've dealt with it together, and we will continue to do so. I also want to talk about something else that has affected us all, which is the civil unrest in our country. I have felt personally affected by this, as I am a biracial young man living in America. And I know many people that have been affected by this also. What I've loved seeing is that we're not afraid to speak up. Many of us have made our voices heard and have spoken up for what we think is right. My fellow classmates even organized a protest right here in Elk Grove Village against racial injustice. I was not only proud to be a part of that, but was happy to see my peers speaking up. Our generation, our class, are the people that are saying enough is enough. We make new societal norms. We say, yeah, that old way of doing things isn't gonna fly anymore. And I love that about us. We're open-minded and we're not afraid of change. We adapt to change, like water. We're the generation that's going to push the envelope. I believe that the most important thing in life is human connection. And the number one thing that we all have in common is each other. It's important that we surround ourselves with good people, whether that be your peers, family, teachers, or people like our favorite security guards, Bill and Barry. We take on the qualities of our surrounding circle. It's evident that when we're united, we're stronger. As we transition into the next part of our lives, we need to continue to connect with one another, and we need to continue to build relationships with each other. I can't wait to see all of you go on to do amazing things in your lives. We've all come so far, so I just want to say congratulations, class of 2021, and thank you.
Okay, everyone, I think that's a wrap. Thanks, everyone. How about a round of applause for Colleen and Caden? That was amazing. Thank you so much. As the principal of Elk Grove High School, it's my great pleasure to welcome everyone here for this commencement ceremony. I would like to welcome all of our graduates, our families, District 214 Board of Education member Mildred Millie Palmer, Associate Superintendent Marnie Johnson, families, and friends to the 2021 Elk Grove High School commencement ceremony. The last time we were able to hold an event like this, it was 2019. This is literally the largest group we've had at Elk Grove High School in 2 years. And for that, I think we need to have a round of applause for ourselves that we're finally able to be together for a change. And there's no more celebratory occasion than a high school graduation. I can't explain how thrilled I am that we're able to be here and celebrate together. The virtual graduation of 2020 was all good and fine, but there's nothing like the energy that we get out of a week like this, preparing for graduation and being together. So although technically we're here tonight to mark the conclusion of something, I think it's much more fitting to take full advantage of how much this feels like a new beginning. The beginning of a summer that's going to be way better than last summer, there's no question about it. The beginning of a new chapter in the lives of our graduates. Most importantly, though, as we prepare to restart normal life, it's my sincere hope, much like our student speakers said, that we can take this experience and launch into a new beginning of kindness, of empathy, of respect for our neighbors. When I listen to the words of our student speakers, my optimism in those areas is fully restored. I can't tell you how much my heart is full by listening to Colleen and Caden's words tonight. When you stop and think about all the things that have happened over the past year, they're really almost unbelievable. One day we'll look back and think, I can't believe all of that happened in this amount of time. There are a few years in American history like that. 1968 is one of them. That when you look back at the things that happened, you can't believe they all happened in one little snippet of time. 2020 and 2021 are going to be like that when we look back at the momentous occasions that took place. In hindsight, some of those are really going to make us chuckle. Binge watching Tiger King and TikToks, looking everywhere for any outdoor activity that was legal. They even locked the tennis courts, and it was the day after I bought tennis rackets. I don't even play tennis. I was looking for something to do. And no, the chains are on there. Are you kidding me? I can't even play tennis, even though I don't. All the good paper towels being sold out by like 6:30 a.m., and having to pay $5 for some off-brand that absorbs nothing and feels kind of like sandpaper. I literally still have an unopened package of Tackle brand paper towels in my home. Hopefully never will have to use them. But they'll be a nice relic of, and all the bounty was sold out. What are you going to do? Watching everyone with eyeglasses fog up every time they exhale. When you don't wear glasses, it's kind of fun to watch that. And wondering, why does only one side fog up while you're watching them? I mean, is there some sort of imbalance in their mask? Do they have some sort of nasal structure problem? What's going on behind there? I just don't know. So those are the funny ones that we could look back at and think about. But a lot of the events that we've experienced in the past year are not funny at all. And yet, when we look back, we're going to see them staring us in the face. Feelings of loneliness and isolation for many people who already suffer from anxiety and depression. Protests, then counter-protests, then literal fights at the intersection of Gulf Road and Meacham, right here in our neighborhoods. People working way too hard to perfect the art of tearing each other apart publicly online. The past year has absolutely been the most unique year of my life in many, many ways. And I've heard a lot of people call for a return to the good old days. Now, I'm personally not someone who believes there ever was something that we could truly consider the good old days that's better than what we can do today. What was good for some does not mean that that was always good for all. We are the ones who control whether these are the good days or the bad days. For some reason, humans often think of ourselves not objectively, but relative to other people. In other words, I might be perfectly happy, but then I look at people around me and I become obsessed with whether those other people are somehow happier than I am. Unfortunately, this can lead us to wanting not only something better for ourselves, but also to wish negative outcomes on others. Now, maybe we're just hardwired this way, but the very best people overcome that tendency. They spread happiness and optimism. I assure you that I am not the best of people, but many of you sitting out here are. And I can't express just how much I admire you for your ability to just do good. You see, love and happiness are not a zero-sum game. There's no limit to how much love a person can have and share. We're absolutely capable of adding new people to care about without removing the ones who are already there. Someone else becoming happy does not mean that I have lost something. Someone else's experience being appreciated doesn't mean that I am being wronged. I believe that it is completely within our power, all of us here, graduates, family, staff, everyone, to make a future in which we strive for decency, for empathy, for respect for our neighbor, and I have faith that this class of grenadiers will do just that. Some of you are already demonstrating this reality through your sacrifice, as is the case every year in our graduating classes. Some of our EG graduates will be risking their safety and comfort in service to our country. These brave individuals make us proud, and they are deserving of a special recognition. Will our graduates who are joining the U.S. Armed Forces upon graduation please rise for a special recognition from our audience here tonight? Can we please give our students who are serving a round of applause? Thank you. To those of you who are heading to college or trade schools or straight to the workplace, I know you will make us proud as well, and that you will use your talents to make the world a kinder, more respectful, and better place. You have each overcome challenges long before the wrecking ball called COVID took a significant chunk out of your high school experience. And now here you are, ready for your next challenge. For me, the class of 21 is extra special, as my own son, my oldest child, Connor, graduates from high school in 1 week. Little known fact, EG senior Danielle Matthew and my son Connor were born on the very same day in 2003. So you have that bond, Danielle, with Connor Kelly. Parents, it seems like they were just babies yesterday, doesn't it? I know you're all saying yes. You're so far away, but I know what you're thinking. Well, they weren't. It wasn't just yesterday. And here we are, ready to celebrate their move to the next stage of their life. And so I would like to say, graduates, no matter what that next stage for you might be, I know that we adults will be here for you, just as you have been there for us. And no matter where life takes you next, we look forward to watching you become the very best of people, the ones who are going to make the world we just talked about. So with that, Mrs. Palmer and Mrs. Johnson, I certify that each of our graduates has met all of the graduation requirements established by District 214's Board of Education and the state of Illinois. And I would now like to invite Board of Education member Mildred Millie Palmer to the podium. Thank you.
Oh, gee. I'm going to break the podium first. So I have to take the mask off because I'm for sure one of those fogger-uppers on just one side. Good evening, Principal Kelly, members of the faculty, parents, family members, friends, and most importantly, Elk Grove High School class of 2021. Over the past few weeks, I have thought a lot about what I wanted to say to you today. I've thought about your high school experience. I've thought about how you had to learn resilience and be nimble and adapt. I've thought about how hard this past year was on each of us, and especially on each of you. These thoughts occupied much of my 2020 and the start of 2021. But as I prepared for today, I shifted my thoughts from where you have been to where you are right now in this moment in time. That's what I want to talk to you about today. And in all that thinking, I keep coming back to one topic: water skiing. In the normal course of things, I think about water skiing all the time. I love to water ski. But until about 2 years ago, I had not been able to get up on a slalom ski until I was about 18 years old. Your age. Water skiing was easy then. I got in the water, I put a ski on my foot, I yelled, "Hit it," and boom, I was up. Deep up. Not up on 2 skis, drop 1, but up on a slalom ski from deep water. At your age, I did not worry about my knees or my arm strength or lack thereof or my weight or not lack thereof. There was less of me and more of me all at once. You're probably wondering why I'm talking about water skiing. Stick with me, I have a point. I realize not everyone here skis, so before I go any further, we're going to have a little time to go over the fundamentals. First, you need a boat, a driver, a spotter, a pair of skis, a life vest, a rope, a lake. First, you put on the life vest, you get in the water, you put your skis on the feet, tie the rope to the boat, put the handle in your hands, and yell, "Hit it." When the boat poles, stand up. If you fall, let go of the rope. You have a life vest on, you're gonna float. Over the years, I've taught at least 40 kids how to ski. I am not a really good skier. I am not a really good teacher. But what I lack in skills, I make up for in effort. This is the advice I always give the kid in the water. When the boat poles, stand up. If you fall, let go of the rope. Don't worry, you have on a life vest, you will float. I do not complicate it with a lot of foot position or discussion of form. That can come later. I keep it simple. When the boat poles, stand up. If you fall, let go of the rope. You have on a life vest, you will float. Getting up is not the hardest part. The hardest part, the most important part, the part that takes courage and strength and guts, is getting into the water. 2.5 years ago, I sent my youngest daughter off to college and became an empty nester. Some of the parents in the audience know how I felt. I woke up that September with a huge chapter in my life suddenly over. It was the chapter that started the minute I left high school. It started where you are right now. The years right out of high school till that moment were a blur. I went to college, to law school. I had jobs. I got married. I had kids. I bought houses, cars, boats, went on vacations, had heartaches, had joys, paid bills, and had rewards. It went so fast. I have a secret for you. I am 55 years old. I have been skiing since I was 5. 50 years on skis. But from the age of 18 until 2 years ago, when my daughter went up to college, I had not deep-upped. I had not been able to get up on a slalom ski from deep water. I woke up that fall suddenly and desperately wanting to deep up. That winter, I worked to lose weight, gain muscle, countless hours spent in the kitchen and the gym working. I worked to build core strength and quad strength and worked on my arms. And after a year of working that summer, I summoned the courage. I got in the water and I strapped on a ski. After a quick prayer, I took a deep breath and yelled, "Hit it!" Okay, I probably yelled Betty Crocker because I was ready or not. And for those who are older, you might understand that. Anyhow, it took a few tries. I got a lot of water in my face, a lot up my nose, and some really strained muscles. But then magically, miraculously, incredibly, I was up. I was so surprised to be up. I was amazed. After about 20 feet, I let go of the rope. I couldn't handle it anymore. This summer, I am once again afraid to get in the water. I am afraid because once again, I have a goal. I have been working all winter, and I am still terrified, but I am getting in the water. Just like you, I am on the dock, looking out at the water, wondering if I can ski. Everything I know, I learned on water skis. I learned to treasure smooth waters and calm bays. I learned to let the rain fall and to keep skiing even though it stings. I have learned that storms are sometimes best weathered from the shore, and that sometimes when it's done, the lake is at its flattest and the best skiing is right then. Life is like that. Sunshine and storms, hard falls, and perfect runs. And so I stand before you, your Board of Education member, thinking of my last deep up, thinking of my next deep up, and thinking what you have accomplished, thinking of the skis ahead of you. I'm here to confer graduation upon you, and I'm here to tell you to take what you have learned at Elk Grove High School and get in the water. Principal Kelly has presented you for graduation. I know you are ready to graduate. You have fulfilled the requirements of the state of Illinois and our district. You have written countless papers, taken quizzes and tests, and played sports and joined clubs and performed in groups and alone. You have made friends. You have worked for the betterment of your fellow grenadier, your school, your community. You've learned to be remote, and you've come back together. You have worked to take opportunities, and you've let opportunities pass you by. You've learned you have lots to do and that you cannot do it all. At D214, we ask a lot of you. We ask you to work hard and get up early and show up on time, ready to work. We ask you to be a good person, to participate, to contribute, to dream, and to believe. It was yesterday you came here as freshmen, maybe a little lost, maybe with a little swagger. Either way, not knowing how to swim through the waters of Elk Grove. I hope your time was a good ski. I hope you had smooth waters and a good boat, and I hope you had to push yourself sometimes to make it through those rough waters. Staying up when the rain comes and the waves rise is good for the soul. And so here we are together at the end of the dock, that is high school. Your parents, your family, your friends, they're on the dock too. We are your life vests. We will help you stay afloat. It's not just your life that's changing here today. We are all here together on the dock waiting for the boat. We are all, whether we believe it or not, ready to ski. In the coming weeks, months, and the next few years, people will offer you advice about what to do, what not to do, and how to live your life. The advice will come from experience and from fear and from love. The people around will try and teach you to ski. Are your ears open? Are your hearts open? Did we do our job in D214? Are you going to get in the water? I hope so. I know all of us here today and many more care. The fact is, we know you can succeed. We believe in you and the possibilities of where you will go, and it is why high school graduation is such a celebration. It's why we've come together in formal robes with pomp and circumstance, because we see you are ready to take the next steps, to dream and to achieve. We know you can swim. We believe you're ready to ski. Jump in the water. When the boat pulls, stand up. If you fall, let go of the rope. You have on a life vest. You will float. It doesn't matter if you actually ski. What matters is you get in the water. Elk Grove High School, class of 2021. You have been presented to the Board of Education for graduation. It is my honor to confer that privilege upon you today. And so I say to you, congratulations, Grenadiers. Welcome to the Water Alumni. Thank you.
It is now time for the presentation of diplomas. Mrs. Palmer will be joined by Mrs. Marnie Johnson, District 214 Assistant Superintendent, to present the diplomas to our graduates. This year's graduating class chose 2 teachers for the honor of reading names to our graduates. Announcing the names of our graduates as they receive their diplomas are Ms. Stephanie Kizios and Mrs. Bonnie Kale. Thank you, Mrs. Kizios and Mrs. Kale. In addition, and most importantly, please hold your applause until the end of all graduate names have been announced. An important part of our ceremony is the honor given to each family name. We respectfully ask that you do not shout or create disruption following the announcement of any one graduate's name. By showing this respect, you will allow each graduate's name to be clearly heard by the audience. We would greatly appreciate your cooperation and courtesy in this manner and want to thank you in advance for your assistance. Lastly, after the tassel moving portion of our ceremony, we ask that you leave the stadium complex where you can meet your graduate in the parking lot. Will the first 2 rows of graduates please stand, face the side aisle, and proceed to the stage?
Nur Abdallah, Pawan Abraham, Maha Abudaya, Carlos Acosta, Melanie Adame, Luan Adamovsky, Bibek Adhikari, Tyler Adriani, Bailey Affleck, Arzu Aga, Kaylin An, Mariano Alanis, Alexia Albaran, Alondra Albaran, Ryan Allegretti, Edward Amor, Drake Anderson, Jack Andersack, Alexis Arcega, Eric Ariano, Colin Arrington, Colleen Atkinson, Rafael Avalos, Reynaldo Avilar, Harley Babcock, Tara Beatty, Erica Bayorek, Camille Bakowitz, Hannah Bald, Troy Barber, Bryant Bartfay, Keyshawn Bates, Sebastian Botko, Emily Bayo, Michelle Benavides, Jesus Benitez, Rince Benny, Om Bat, Damian Bialis, Reina Bebian, Joshua Bilodeau, Evelina Binkowska, Chase Bice.
Braden Babowski, Nicola Biholov, Charlotte Borge, Victor Bati, Nolan Brand, Nicholas Brandt, Cody Brookshire, Casper Bukowski, Brandon Burns, Dean Mark Cadavedo, Emma Katie Underwood, Star Calabria, Justin Calleja, Jennifer Camarena, Sarah Genesis Carbajal, Darwin Cardenas, Dean Carlson, Megan Carney, Carla Carrillo, Jaime Carrillo, Noelia Casas, Priscilla Casas, Dylan Cashman, Nicholas Costello, Nathan Casterton. Salma Kosovic. Sabrina Cossey. William Kavanaugh. Juliana Casares. Sam Sacola. Carlos Cedillo. Zeus Cervantes. Yaresli Chagoya. Antonio Chavez. Xavier Chavez. Jesus Chavez Castillo. Alexis Chiamopoulos. Carissa Churbas. Christina Churbas. Julia Chmura. Edinson Cifuentes Lopez. Christina Cisneros. Jesus Cisneros Sanchez. Alyssa Cobb. Victoria Connick. Adrian Contreras. Jocelyn Contreras. Vanessa Contreras.
Victor Contreras Meraz. Berenice Contreras Silva. Pamela Corchado. Angel Coronel. Ishmael Cruz. Karime Cruz. Brian Quatapizzi. Jason Quatapizzi. Cole Curran. Angelina DeBoer. Katarina Dabrowska. Ashvini Deve. Henry Davenport. Robert DeMonte. Katarina Durkis. Corey DeWitt. Tirith Dillon. Darius Diaz. Desiree Diaz. Hector Diaz Lara. Natalie Dimov. Caden Dixon. Camille Dolce. Nora Duffy. Blend Jafari. Anyuta Durin. Stefan Francis Encina. Laura Enciso Castro. Ashley Espinosa. Pamela Estrada Vallejo. Jenna Ethethara. Ricardo Felix Garcia. Froy Fair. Julia Filipowska. Thomas Fitzgerald. Lisbeth Flores Aguilar. Mary Forster. Dominic Fosco. Tara Foster. Caitlin Frank. Dean Fries. Benny Galicia. Kevin Gallegos.
John Gallo. Sitlali Galvin. Adriana Gamez, Abigail Garcia, Delfino Garcia, Emily Garcia, Sandra Garcia, Yoselin Garcia Martinez, Joseph Gaskell, Estrella Gayton, Gianna Gayelis, Serena George, Varsha George, Stephanie Guter, Matthew Gertson, Emily Gomez, Jessica Gomez, Jocelyn Gomez, Antonio Gomez Gomez, Emmanuel Gonzalez, Rachel Gore, Chloe Gorski, Genesis Graff, Haley Gray, Josette Green, Ryan Gutierrez, Natalia Habas, Michael Hadler, Logan Hamang, Keegan Hanton, Zachary Hasselberger, Emily Head, Benicio Hernandez, Carla Hernandez, Carla Hernandez, Uriel Hernandez, Aaron Herrera, Priscilla Herrera, Katie Hoffman, Alyssa Hopp, Nathan Hostman.
Vincent Howard, Ayana Hudson, Brian Huerta, Stephanie Hultgren Taglieri, Alexander Humanicki, Salam Hussein, Nicole Ibarra, Mark Angelo Imperial, Giovanni Evel, Lisbeth Jacobo, Munaj Joffrey, Danielle Jasinski, Stefan Yiftich, Destiny Jimenez, Susan Johnson, Jada Jones, Alexa Joshi, Julia Kachanowski, Ilarita Kadru, Michael Kajiwara, Michael Kaluschik, James Calivieris, David Kapka, Nicholas Katrov, Joseph Kleeman, Emma Kosinski, Alexander Katsioris, George Kuvelis, Christian Kravik, Emma Kruvalis, Alyssa Kerchik, Victor Kurzawa, Cigar Ladd, Lizette Laguna, Paige Langston, Joyce Lapsker. Maximilian Las. Claire Lasovska. Sandra Loriano. Morgan Leach. Gianna Lindell. Patrick Lease. Alec Locasio. Alan Lopez. Giovanni Lopez. Martine Lopez. Moises Lozano. Julia Lubinska.
Jean Louise. Selma Lukac. Sandy Luong. Kristen Ubanoff. Hugo Macias Miranda. Abigail Misachek. Shannon Mahan. Alexis Mahoney. Colin Mahoney. Grace Major. Stefan Maximovich. Carolina Maximowitz. Allison Malartzik. Raul Maldonado. Adam Malstrom. Zoha Minar. Daniello Manzano. Vito Manzella. Sean Morante. Caitlin Mars. Ander Martinez. Christopher Martinez. Joshua Martinez. Zane Martinez. Raul Martinez Alvarez. Olivia Maznika. Suad Masri. Harona Matsuyama. Jairo Mata. Georgina Matai. Danielle Matthew. Amy Maya. Anthony Maya. Samuel Maya. Carlos Mazzari. Gavin McCory. Elizabeth McEwen. Mark Medina. Sarah Medina. Aaliyah Mendez. Andrea Mendeville. Saeed Mendoza. Julia Mercado.
Rafael Mercado. Zachary Myers. Luis Miguel Domingo. Mihail Mihailov. Sebastian Makina. Milenko Milicevic. Gianna Mistretta. Julianne Mitchell. Abigail Mulawa. Solimar Montanez. Daniel Morales. Javier Morales. Oscar Morales. Mancini Moreno. Julia Moser. Ariane Moseros. Augustine Moigeno. James Mudiapan. Luke Munson. Giselle Murillo. Xiomara Miles. Michael Murdoch. Alondra Nape Jimenez. Kenny Nava. Edwin Navarro. Emily Nencheva. Christian Navarez Alvarado. Ryan Nguyen. Lizette Nieves. Kenneth Nolan. Ryan Nowak. Adamaris Ocampo. Alexander Olson. Edgar Olvera. Michelle Opalinski. Pedro Orozco. Jocelyn Ortiz. Elvis Oshana. Constantine Pantazis. Jeremy Paoli. Martin Perev. Shubi Patel. Tazvi Patel. Yakshi Patel. Aryan Patel. Harith Patel. Keisha Patel. Kunjal Patel.
Naitri Patel. Nikki Patel. Pranjal Patel. Prince Patel. Ria Patel. Shyam Patel. Marisol Patino. Maritza Patino. Jaden Patterson. Patricia Pawlowski. Jonathan Perez. Lisbeth Perez. Maria Perez. Yesenia Perez. Stephen Perez Morales. Jacqueline Picasso de la Luz. Brandon Piotrowski. Gail Pliego. Michaela Parento. David Purcell. Danielle Pilotwitz. Connor Quevedo. Stephanie Quijado. Denise Quintero. Stormy Ragland. Marianne Ramirez. Jasmine Ramos. Jacqueline Real. Michelle Redondo. Kenneth Reed. Claudia Rajowski. Brian Resendez. Dana Reyes. Ricardo Reyes Campos. Alexis Richardson. Ian Ridge. Emily Rissman. Jonathan Rivas.
Ivan Rivera. Giovanni Rivera. Michelle Rosendo. Edwin Rodriguez. Estefania Rodriguez. Connor Rogers. Jennifer Roman Linares. Evelyn Romero Perez. Mia Rondoni. Salvador Rosas. Gabrielle Rosas Villanueva. Patrick Rowan. Jaylene Saez. Jocelyn Saez. Ahmed Safi. Justino Saligan Benitez. Federico Salinas. Brian Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez Lopez. Angel Sanchez Lara. Tai Sato. Alfred Sawyer. Emily Schlosser. Taylor Scholes. Carter Seelig. Danielle Serrano. Natasha Mackenzie Sevilla. Leonard Sexton. Ambia Sheikh. Maya Shalageda. Reese Shino. Brendan Shorey. Caden Siebert. Simone Sierra. Jacob Slonsky. Amber Smith. Isabella Soswa. Mariano Sotelo. Emily Soto. Victoria Spizziri. Macy Sprecher. Andrew Spranger. Michaela Stazel Terpstra. Aaron Stevens. Emily Stevens. Jillian Strassner. Edwin Suarez. Galiza Tabernal.
Corbin Tagliavia. Kevin Terranova. Deanna Thomas. Nadia Torres. Ignacio Torres Ayala. Alyssa Trausch. Gabriel Trejo. Martin Trichkov. James Trost. Perla Trujillo Sanchez. Jacob Tuiana. Brett Ulrich. Ryan Ulrich. Trista Unal. Ashley Unglob. Jarek Jaden Valera. Freddie Vargas. Kenya Vargas Rodriguez. Carlos Vasquez. Marcos Vasquez Parada. Caitlin Vasilio. Elizabeth Vasquez. Marcela Velasco. Jesse Velasquez. Sulikal Vilkis. Kevin Villafuerte Fonseca. Nathaniel Villaluz. Brian Villarreal Colon. Jose Vivas. Isaac Viveros. Ava Wallach. Tyler Warwick. Adam White. Andrew Wyatter. Braden Wilde. Ariel Williams. Cecilia Witkowski. Natalie Woldars. Victoria Wojnar. Alex Wojtowicz. Eric Warwick. Aaron Woodkey. Zachary Zajko. Mostafa Zakari. Daniel Zamaran Merguia. Miguel Zamaran Vega. Joshua Zayas. Lizette Zuniga. Tushan Zunbayan. Mackenzie Nylander. And Brian Perez. Congratulations!
Will students and faculty please stand? Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left as we begin our recessional. And I would like to officially congratulate the class of 2021 at Elk Grove High School. Congratulations to all of you. This concludes our ceremony. We'd like to thank everybody for being here this evening. Mr. Carl, I believe you're going to start the recessional music. There it is. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you all.